Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Stand Lobo. Hard. Here I come. Squeeze. Squeeze. Get in there. Now. Hey, watch it. Go.
On first down, McFarland. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You better be afraid of me. Alpha. Go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 76 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow. Watch tight end. Tight right. Hey. 4 down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. What a spin. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 39, Mahomes buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Whip. Watch the whip. Yellow. Switch. Switch. Hey, switch gears.
Coughed it up. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Open man, Butler complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hakeem Butler with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And the QB rating right now sky high, 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yeah, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. that's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. McFarland. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Here we go, G, get off the field.
On 1st and 10, Love. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Let's go.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Minnesota.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, Love. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Check. Lucky. Check it back.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
61. Matchbox, right.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
On the set. 564. Weak. Check. Man.
On 3rd and 2, Love. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here we go. He's coming. We got double up. That's the one. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. But, oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They go play fake. Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, Buzz. Watch the ship. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Danielle Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Check, crouch, crouch, crouch. Check 9, check 9. Hard. Check. Yes. Move.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He'll have a first down past the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Ready, 50, plant.
Tight ends Ringo, tight ends on the Ringo, tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, we are
Go! Ready, go!
On first down, Love going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Where we go? Check three. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Yep.
Throwing again. Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Looking to throw. Love firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Bravo!
You ain't going nowhere. Mike ain't. We own it.
2nd and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Watch out. Quick dash. Come.
Proceed, Phil. Echo.
Operating from the gun. Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. 4 down. Check.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. End up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check 52's the mic. Attack. Go. Watch the slant. Rush in. Yellow. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 37. Check 4.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's Butler. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he went backwards. They'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw on third down. Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 20-yard line.
Red. 15 lining, 15 lining.
We got four. We got four.
Go.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing on third and long. Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's complete to Butler. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
He's checking. Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This is fielded at the goal line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Alert 3. Check 52. Slip.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Everyone hard. Check. Topper.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Ready.
Yo.
Back to throw. Love. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
Check. Begin.
Squeeze, get in there. Ready.
They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
From the 25 on second down, Mahomes got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Mahomes now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Check.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. It's caught inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10.
Chopper. Mike 8. All day, every day, any day. Mike 8.
Looking to throw. Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
throw. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Move. 4 down, 4 down. Let's go one more.
From the gun, Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 55 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
You got him. You got him.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Check safety, check safety. Watch the safety creep. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and now it's 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mahomes now to throw. Forced out to his left. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. They come out here in the I. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Next to score, Vikings 36,
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Vikings, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.